There you are. I've been looking all over. But Morris, it's not safe to be out at this hour. There's still all sorts of scary people in the streets. Well, let's go back, okay? Come on. If I said anything to hurt or upset you, I'm sorry. I'm not good at the whole picking up on what people are feeling thing. Just stop. What? I don't want your pity. Huh? I hate being treated like that. I hate the way you're always acting like you feel sorry for me. I hate it. I can't stand it. But that's not it. I don't. And I hate you. I don't hate you. You're just a filthy whore. A dirty, blasphemous whore. Stop talking. This isn't how I actually feel. You're as impure as they come. I don't want to hurt you. You think your chastity is meaningless? You're just an animal. In fact, I envy your optimism, your unwavering positivity. I don't need your sullied pity. I am so much more pure, so much more holy than you could ever hope to be. I hate myself more than anyone. I hate that I can't make it stop, that I keep saying these things I don't mean. Yeah, you're right. I'm not pure. You're absolutely right. What? You've got the purest heart of anyone. I know that. So you don't need to get mad or sad or anything. What is wrong with you? How can you say that? Because it's true. Get angry! Huh? Did you not hear all the terrible things I said about you? Get angry at me! Insult me back, hurt me as much as I hurt you. I'm not hurt, though. I'm not mad or upset about anything you said. So I have no reason to say anything mean to you. Of course she's not. No matter how much vitriol I spit, it just slides right off her. She remains unscathed. Meanwhile, I only get uglier and uglier. Oh my gosh. Morge? What's going on? I can't breathe. I can't breathe. What's wrong, Morge? Oh God. What do I do? Will rubbing your back make it better? It's not helping at all. Someone, she needs help.
Hey, you there, what's the ruckus? Oh, it's Jacopo.
What?
Jaren and Morgana? What's going on? What are you doing here?
Jackie, Morris just suddenly started having trouble breathing, and nothing I do is making it any better.
Stand back.
Okay.
She's hyperventilating. Okay, Morgana, listen to me. I need you to calm yourself. You need to exhale. Breathe out. Don't worry. It'll be all over soon. Slowly. Breathe out slowly. That's good. I'll be right here the whole time. Don't you worry one bit. No one's going to hurt you. You're safe now. You're okay.
Oh, thank goodness. Looks like she's all better. I'm scared stiff. We're lucky you showed up, Jackie. What were you doing out this early, though?
The gang takes shifts doing patrols. I happen to be on duty right now. I'd like to ask you the same thing. What the hell are you two doing out in this rat's nest?
About that. You know, lots of reasons.
And none of them is an excuse for two young girls to be alone in a place like this. You're prime targets for the kind of scumbags who tried to go after you.
No one came after us. No one would target someone who looks like me. I have all the proof I need of that.
Then what caused that? Morgana?
Hey, I'm gonna head back, Jackie.
That's a good idea. I'll accompany the two of you.
No, I'll be fine on my own. The sun's out and all the scary people have gone away.
Excuse me? You're going back alone?
Well, I figure Moore just really needs some time to calm the rest of the way down, and there's too many people at the brothel to do it there. So if you take her somewhere nice and quiet, that'd be amazing. I'll let Maria know.
Somewhere quiet, such as...
See you later.
Wait, Darren. And she's gone. Where can I take her that's quiet? With a lot of people. Is there even a... I mean, there's the graveyard, right? Well, there's one place. Morgana, if you, would rather go back to the brothel, let me know, okay? But anyway, by process of elimination, there's only one place I can take you that satisfies all the requirements given. I assure you that under any other circumstance, this would not be my first choice, and I am only proposing it because there is no other suitable option. So, yeah. You can come back to my place. Now don't get any strange ideas. I swear on my honor, I have no intention of doing anything to you. Not that I would even have any interest in doing any such things to a child like you. Phrasing. So, with that in mind, would you rather go there or back to the brothel? I would like to get out of here sooner rather than later. So if you could make a decision, I'd really appreciate it. Morgana?
I don't want to go back to the brothel yet.
Alright then. Off we go, I guess.
Okay.
Do you need help getting up?
My legs have given out.
Grab my shoulders. I'll carry you. Come on now, hurry up. Hurry it up.
I was never one to initiate physical contact with anyone. I acted as though I simply didn't like it. But in truth, I was probably more scared than anything. How was I even supposed to offer these scar-ridden hands to anyone? How was I even supposed to approach someone with most of the skin on my face missing? I could tell myself again and again that every scar was a sign of my sacred sacrifice. But in what I had once felt pride, now I only felt disgust. I lamented the wounds obscuring my skin, and for the first time, I sincerely wished for them all to heal, as any other girl my age might. Then I wouldn't have to feel like I was ugly. I wouldn't have to hesitate to offer my hand.
I wouldn't have any reservations about him touching me. The sun's coming up. Look at that. Pretty impressive, huh? The sun's light even reaches this deep, dark corner of the world. I mean, of course it does, but I don't know. For some reason it seems particularly bright today. Hey Morgana, can I ask how you ended up here? What happened? Did you get in a fight with Joan? Something like that? Huh. Well, there's something you don't see every day. But I guess wherever you have more than one person in the same place, problems are going to arise eventually. Jaren can be a bit, well, excessively frank, so I'm sure she didn't mean to hurt you, whatever she said. No, it wasn't her. I lashed out at her, unprovoked. Now that, I have difficulty imagining. You always seem to be in control of your emotions. Actually, no. I was just reminded of this too. But as mature as you may seem, you're still only 11. There's nothing unusual about that, and it's nothing to be ashamed of. Stop thinking of me like I'm a normal girl. You are, no matter what you say. At least, you are to me. You're allowed to yell at someone if you're upset with them. You're allowed to get in a fight if you're having a bad day. You're allowed to cry. You're allowed to feel whatever you feel. You don't have to hold it in. Those are all things mere people do. Like I just said, you are a regular person. You're no different from me, or Maria, or Jaren, or anyone else. Any other day, I'd argue the point further. Calling me normal is akin to denying me my very identity. But right now, the world feels so welcoming. To the points I would feel bad fighting him over it. And what's so different about today? Hey, I'm sorry. What? You have nothing to apologize for. Not today, but the festival. I feel like I was trying to force you to have a good time. In fact, whenever you acted like you weren't, it got on my nerves. It frustrated me how I was trying so hard and you seemed to be trampling my efforts. And I've been doing that for a long time now. I frequently get upset at your harsh words when I'm applying ointments. But I'm realizing what seems charitable and generous from my point of view isn't necessarily the same from yours. So I'm sorry for constantly being so presumptuous. I won't try to coerce you into going to the festival next year. You're not yourself today. Excuse me? In what way? You're unusually open. I never thought you would come to that realization, let alone apologize for any of it. It certainly wasn't in my initial plans for the day, but for whatever reason, having you so close seems to have that effect on me. And for you too, if I may be so presumptuous. So it does. Well, we're on the same page about one thing. That said, I don't intend to back down on the ointments. I'm doing it because I want to. So just tell yourself you're generously allowing me to have my way if you would. You okay with that? You already said you weren't going to back down. So why are you even asking? Do as you please. That I will. But I won't stop complaining either. I'll have to practice not letting it get under my skin much then. Yeah. To this day. Yeah, what's up? To this day, I've never forgotten what my life was like 2 years ago. I have dreams. I have nightmares about it. My episode back there was caused by one of those flashbacks. Well, damn, that'd do it. I can't escape from the nightmares. They're always there. Always right behind me. Sometimes I can feel the pain like I'm there again. Sometimes it's even worse than the real thing. I fear sleep. Will I ever be free from the Lord's manner or terror? You will. You never have to see him again. And you can beat those dreams. It'll take time, but you can do it. He won't be able to terrorize you forever. Can I really beat them? Absolutely. If he shows up in your dreams, just close your eyes. Do anything you can to erase him from your mind. Finish all your memories of him. Do that enough times, and before you know it, you actually start forgetting about him, till eventually, every trace of him will be gone. Nothing that terrible will ever happen again. You have my word. You can believe me. Everything will be okay. The Lord's not long for this world anyway, given how much hatred he's garnered from his people. And in any event, should it come to it, I'll take his head off myself. Don't do anything to put your life at risk. Huh? If you end up dying, I'll have nightmares of a different variety. Fair enough. You know, you're not acting much like yourself today either. That caught me off guard. Not in a bad way, though. I take it back. Burn in hell. Thanks. I was wondering, will there be another festival next year? You mean, Midsummer? It's an annual celebration, so yeah, there will be another festival. Though with the way things are going, I expect it'll keep getting smaller and smaller in scale. Why do you ask? Morgana? I would not be opposed to going again next time. Don't think you have to if you don't want to. don't. Well, alright. Would it be presumptuous for me to assume you enjoyed yourself then? I can't say I especially did, no. I don't get it. Why are you saying you'll go next year if you had a bad time this year? Because I get the feeling that might change with time. Really? Yes. Alright. Then I'll remind you when the time comes. Next year, the year after, and every year after that. You do that. So hey, are you still planning to head out on your own when you get older? I am. Yes. So nothing's changed there, huh? All I do here, there, is take up space. That's not your reason for wanting to leave, is it? You know that's not true. You keep the place clean and cook for the girls and do plenty else to help out. If anything, I'd say you only take up space far less than other kids your age. When I was younger, I did so much more to help so many others. I may as well be lazing around and doing nothing compared to what I was once able to accomplish. You know, I've avoided asking this question for a while, but what was your life like before you ended up here? You don't have to tell me if you don't want to. I am the daughter of... Morgana? Why can I not bring myself to say I am the daughter of God? That I am a saint? That I'm not like the rest of you? That my blood has miraculous powers? It's all the truth. So why? Why do I so fear acknowledging that I'm not one of them? I am the daughter of the church, and I helped spread the word of God. I assumed it was something like that. Did you grow up in a church then? Something of the sort. Huh. Well, the past is the past. What you did then, what you could do then, isn't necessarily what you have to do now. As far as I'm concerned, you're more than pulling your weight. If you don't want to stay at the brothel, that's one thing, but don't feel like you're not contributing enough. Tell me. What? Tell me about when you were younger. Why? Or don't. You don't have to. I never said I wouldn't, I'm just surprised to see you showing any interest in me. Today's just full of surprises. I think I mentioned how I don't remember much about my childhood. I have vague memories of how the language sounded, as well as wheat fields stretching as far as the eye can see. I loved just sitting and watching as it swayed back and forth in the wind, like waves in an ocean of gold. I assume my parents were there with me, though I can't say for sure. Just remember they were pleasant days. I don't remember where I was born or what it was called, only that it was somewhere far from here. How did you end up in this city? Do you really not remember? I assume I was sold off. I found an opportunity and managed to escape, running and running and running. Who knows how many days until finally a city came into view, and into the slums I went. I only have scattered fragments of memories of that time. I assume it was so unpleasant my mind shut it all out. I thought family were supposed to be those who wouldn't throw you out onto the streets. Huh? That's what Maria said. Oh yeah, she did, didn't she? Not every family is the same. Some will, some won't. My guess is that they were financially unable to keep me. But you know, nothing says you have to be blood related to be family. Maybe the first one throws you out. Doesn't mean you can't go and find yourself a new one. What happens next? What? In your story, what happens next? Oh, you want me to keep going? I was kind of hoping you'd gotten bored. But alright. Living in the slums, surviving day to day was my first priority. I was too young to get any real work, so I became a thief. Heathen. Shall I burn in hell? I bet I'm completely irredeemable in your eyes. I've stolen, lied, deceived, and even killed people. Huh? I killed several guards in the slave revolts. And that wasn't the first time either. Even as a child, my hands were not free of blood. You are a sinner. A vile, wretched, miserable sinner. That I am. Burn in hell. I'm sure I will, once I'm dead. When you were younger, why did you kill? Maria's told you about when the brothel used to be, what the brothel used to be like, right? Real rundown and smaller than it is now? Yes, she has. This isn't exactly the safest neighborhood now, and back then it was even worse. Our gang hadn't formed up yet, so naturally we weren't doing peacekeeping work either. One day, back when Maria was 12 and I was 14, a thief broke into the brothel. He attempted to rape her. As I watched the man knock her down, climb on top of her, my blood boiled. All I could think about was getting him off her. And so I killed him. It was the first time I'd ever taken someone's life. I was shaking from head to toe for I don't even know how long. I could never imagine that happening to Maria. She's a tough woman, absolutely. And I wouldn't be surprised if she was calmer than me. But she was only 12 at the time. Right about your age, in fact. Strong as she may have been, she couldn't possibly have overpowered a full-grown man. The only reason I didn't end up dead is because I attacked him from behind while he was distracted. I understand good and, well, that murder is wrong. But sometimes it's you or them, and, well, if you don't have the strength to kick back, the world will trample all over you until there's nothing left. I don't want to spend my life in constant civility, having everything taken away from me, always on the losing side. I'm tired of being on the bottom. I want to climb higher, high enough to look out upon the whole wide world. I see. And is that the same world you say you want to go out into? It is. And the world you keep saying you want to show me? It absolutely is. I see. That's not the world I want to see, though. But I have no right to trample on his dreams. Well, hope you make it someday. As do I. Alright, so we're almost there. See that building up ahead? I live on the 2nd floor. Not the most comfortable place in the world, but it's a place to sleep and a roof over my head. Should suffice until you're feeling a little better. And don't worry, I'll sleep on the floor, you can have the bed. So yeah, take as much time as you need. Morgana? She's asleep? Oh, for the love of God. So goddamn much for that. Oh well. Once I've got her tucked in, I should get some sleep myself. You know, I kind of feel like I finally closed some of the gap between us. I can only hope you feel the same. Sleep well, Morgana. You may be free from your nightmares. Forever. Morning already. Or is it the afternoon? Either way, it's about time I got up. Ugh, my back hurts like hell. Why? Alright. I slept on the floor and... La 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 la. You don't want to hear me do that. They're singing. There's something oddly revitalizing about the sunlight shining in through the open window. And the summer breeze lacked its usual stifling heat, in fact feeling quite pleasant against my cheeks. A pair of long burgundy braids danced gently in the wind. Ah, leaning against the windowsill and singing was a young girl. Beads of light streaming down over her small, robed body. I found myself staring entranced by the sight. The ground where she stood seemed almost sacred, like it would be forever tainted if I set foot in it. The sound of her voice washed over me, like a wave and seeped into my half-asleep body, permeating every fiber of my being. An indescribable amalgam of feelings welled up in my breast. I was feeling similar to the first time I had heard her sing, only incomparably more profound. It took everything I had to keep the fire from appearing on my face, spilling from my lips. I simply sat there in silence, taking in the sight and sound. When she slowly turned to face me, the sunlight now illuminating her silhouette. Oh! It's cleared up. Our face is cleared up. Oh, I thought you were still asleep. Good morning. Morgana, your face. What of it? In a half frenzy, I scrambled over to the window and grabbed her by the shoulders. Her eyes went wide for a moment, but she didn't shove me aside, only stared. I could see my own reflection in her golden eyes. And then, as my eyes grew accustomed to the lights... Game... What? Playing tricks on me. I saw her as she was. Face covered in the same marks I knew so well. What's wrong? Did you forget I was here? I could only imagine how stupid my face looked in that moment. Mouth hanging awkwardly half agape as I attempted a chuckle, only a sigh managing to make it up and out of my throat. Sorry. Still not all the way awake. Was the face I had seen a mere illusion? A fantasy conjured up by my mind? Almost certainly. It was nothing more than a figment of my imagination. But I wanted it to be what she looked like when she healed. But I wanted more than ever to finally see it for real. Because I was standing so close, she had to tilt her head back more than usual to see me, resulting in her face, usually concealed by her hood, being exposed to the sunlight. Even covered in grotesque marks, it was close enough to make out the precise outline of her face, the exact shape of her eyes, the perfect straight line of her nose. With each passing moment, the vision began to seem more and more real. I summoned the image of her healed face once more. Standing before me was a girl who could easily pass as a noble, a beauty and dignity to match her impeccable singing voice. Imposing though she was, I was certain her smile would be filled with warmth. Is something the matter? Why are you staring at me? I know I'm hideous. You don't have to tell me. So get back. Morgana? What? I think I might love you. Excuse me? The words came out entirely independent of my own will. I didn't grasp the meaning of what I had just said. Until after I realized her brow was furrowed in perplexity. Until after, like a total buffoon, I thought, why is Morgana giving me that look? A chill ran down my spine as I finally began to comprehend the absurdity of what I had said. Not a single excuse came to mind. All my words simply vanished into a thick white fog. It's your simple fix, man. Had the words, like a sister. Boom. Perfect. What had I said to her again? What had I said to this little girl? I loved her. Me in love with a child? Is that so? Why, thank you. You sure don't sound surprised. How can she remain so calm? I'm barely keeping it together here. I don't see why I would be. You're only telling me what I already know. What? Say that again? She already knew how I felt? I didn't even know how I felt. You care for everyone at the brothel. Ah. You love all the girls at the brothel like they're your family. It's quite obvious from your actions. I suppose it doesn't hurt to put into words every once in a while. But in any case, you've made your feelings quite clear. You've made it clear that I count as one of them. The only thing that's clear here is that you don't understand the first thing about my feelings. No, I meant... No, Jacopo, you're good. Don't dig... Stop digging. No, I meant... Do I really want to tell her? Right here? Right now? No, my feelings for her are different? Use your damn head, Jacopo. She's 11 years old. And you're 21. What the hell's gotten into you? Yeah, I meant it exactly like that. You took the words right out of my mouth. I see. Well, I'll say. It means a lot to me to be the same as everyone else. Morgana? I said nothing. You heard nothing. God. What is happening to me? I have no idea what's going on anymore. Nothing makes the damnedest bit of sense. I was having a difficult time accepting how taken I seem to be with this girl. With this child. I covered my face with my hands, groaning, and tried my best not to pay any mind to the pair of perplexed eyes I could feel staring a hole through me. And I thought, I have to at least wait until she turns 16. Sheesh, man. Another 7 months pass, bringing them... Several months, bringing them 3 years into the future. Got it.